everybody, I'm Yasmina of Just Say Yeah, and I'm standing here with three pairs of glasses. I put the first pair on, not quite. Let's see. Let me try another pair. Let me see. That's a little bit better. I'm starting to see things a little bit clearly, but the sun is shining a little bit, so it's glaring in my eyes. So let me try these. Just right. Why did I change? Sometimes life gives us different perceptions and we see things in ways that we shouldn't see them. Sometimes we need clarity. We need to get in the Word of God, because in the Word of God it shows us how we should think and how we should see. Right now that sun is shining, so my reading glasses won't work and these other glasses won't work, so I made an adjustment. Make the adjustment you need so you can go forward and live an abundant life. And remember to just say yeah. Hey everybody, it's me again. I'm Yasmina of Just Say Yeah, and I'm here to just talk to you about what it means to love me, love life, live healthy. I just want to introduce myself for those of you that don't know, but you may know because I'm kind of redundant with it, but hey, it's what it is. I am your personal development coach. I am your certified life coach. I am your trainer, your nutrition coach. I'm an author of the accountability journal, Just Say Yeah, available on Amazon. And I'm a mother, I'm a grandmother, I'm a woman of God, so many hats. I'm a CEO, I'm a business owner, but most important, besides a woman of God, is I'm a woman. And I'm a woman first. I mentioned all the hats because we carry so many labels, especially speaking from a woman to woman, we carry so many hats. We have so many irons on the stove. And sometimes it just gets to be too much. We lose perspective of who we are. We lose perspective of whose we are. We lose perspective of what our purpose is. And it's very important sometimes because our focus can get off. Just like I said in that last clip, we have to make sure our focus is right. And if you remember 2 weeks ago when I explained to you about the stop, look, listen, those are the times it's very important to stop, look, and listen. Stop the madness. And right now with the COVID-19, so much is happening. There's so much madness. There's so much going on. And so there's so much to look at. And a lot of the things that we're looking at aren't necessarily what we should be looking at. So it makes us lose focus. So I'm just excited for today's show because I have a special guest and a special segment. Yes, thunder and lightning will be here. I'm talking about myself in the third party because I'm thunder. And lightning will be here, and we're going to give you our rendition of The Perfect Storm. We're going to talk about how life can be topsy-turvy. We're going to talk about anxiety. Yes, the elephant in the room. That's the topic we're going to talk about. Right now, everybody's life is upside down. Everybody's doing what they weren't doing months ago. Nobody's doing what they thought they would be doing. And it's different. The kids are home. We're home. Many of us are working from home. Many of us are going into the office, and it's just different. Our offices are closed. The regulations are different, and it's hard to keep up. It's hard to keep our focus, and sometimes it's just too much going on in our head, too many emotions that we're dealing with. And so that's the topic that we're going to talk about. I want to take this time to just remind you, we are in a situation that is real. You know, I went to the store the other day with my mask on, and just listening to people say that this situation is not real broke my heart. We are deceived, and we need not be. We need to know what the truth is. Of course, check your source and make sure you're getting that that information from the right source. But I want to take this time to remind everybody, first and foremost, listen, obey the laws of the land, which tell us to be distant, to have a safe distance. I'm real fortunate because the small little crew I'm around, my kids, of course, and Lightning, we're around each other all the time. So that's my little family. And but you need to be safe. You need to wash your hands. You need to wear your mask. If you're out and about, make sure you have your hand sanitizer and take time every day and just have on purpose, mindful thinking about those essential workers that are out there on the front lines. Think about the doctors, the nurses, anesthesiologists, the clerical, there's so many from the top to the bottom, the janitorial staff, every aspect of a medical facility, whatever that medical facility may be, whether it's mental health, whether it's the hospital, whether it's convalescent, take time to think about what they are going through each and every day. And for those of you that pray, pray for them. Say some positive thoughts and positive prayers and positive words in their direction. And just be grateful and be thankful that we have them in our lives. So that's a little cleaning house. I felt I'd be remiss if I did not say that. So practice safety. It's okay. We're really blessed. Yes, we have to stay inside, but I don't know about you, but my inside's pretty comfortable. Of the house, that is. My inside's very comfortable. I have TV. I have every type of electronic device I can think of. Too much? Well, my point is you are blessed and you need to be grateful even in these times. So I just want you guys right now to do me a favor before thunder and lightning come out. I'm going to give you something to do. You know we're about motivation and movement. So here is the action step that I need you to do for me today. I need you to go get a paper and a pen or a pencil or a colored pencil or a crayon or use your phone, but you can't if you're watching me. So actually don't use your phone, but get something that you can write down some of the notes that we are going to some of the tips that we're going to bring to you. Take some notes on what we're going to say. There are so many things and so many resources in the area of anxiety, and it's a huge topic. A topic that we absolutely know we cannot cover today, but we definitely want to broach the subject. We definitely want to talk about that elephant in the room. The other night, actually, it was probably about midnight, and I posted how many people are having difficulty with sleep during the shelter in place. And it actually surprised me how many people responded, because it seems as if we're all having difficulty sleeping because all of our schedules are different. So I thought to myself, wow, this is definitely something we need to talk about. It was interesting to me because I thought, even though we're all apart, we're all in this together. So don't feel alone. Just know that what you're feeling is what someone else is feeling. What you're going through is what someone else is going through. And like I said at the beginning of this segment, I named all the different titles that go with me. Take the titles off. Strip off the masks, take off the labels, and get to who you are. This is a time of reset, a time to do over, a time to assess, a time of shaking, that we can see that what's solid will remain, the rest will fall apart, and that's okay. Like your thermostat on the wall in your house, I know when I'm hot, the thermostat reflects it. So what do I do? Because I'm hot all the time. But what do I do? I set that thermostat. I set my affections, how I feel, on the things on high. But in the natural, I set my thermostat to the desired temperature that I want. So that's what we need to do during this time. Gather your thoughts, gather how you're feeling, gather all of those things and write them down. And then reassess, reset. That's what this time is for. That's what this is good for. 40 days to a new you. It's going to give you something to do every day for the next 40 days, because we just may be shelter in place for 40 more days. So go to Amazon, get your copy, and reset. It's just that simple. It's okay. Um, I'm excited. I think I'm going to go ahead and get ready for the next segment with lightning. I think lightning's in the house. I think lightning's in the house. I know I hear some thunder. So I know lightning's not too far. So stay tuned. Remember my action step before we come back. You're to go do what? Remember, it's time to act. The least you can do. Go get a pen and go get a paper. We're going to write some notes. I'll see you in a minute.
If your home floods, who will you call? When your house springs a leak, it's time to call Clean Master Emergency Flood Service at 559-213-9430. Clean Master will be there in 60 minutes to start fixing your home. And Clean Master bills your insurance directly, saving you the hassle because you've got enough to worry about. Clean Master also offers carpet and upholstery cleaning, carpet repair, pet odor removal, and more. Remember, Clean Master Emergency Flood Service. 559-213-9430 and visit cleanmasterflood.com. Pour yourself a glass of Crybaby wine available at the market and Sam's Italian Deli. And remember to ask for Crybaby wine at your favorite restaurant.
Forget about the higher good of food, right? You're growing a product that people enjoy really all over the world. I mean, how does that make you feel?
I think about that all the time. I think about the families sitting around a table, enjoying a meal. I just see that what we do brings families together.
I mean, we're blessed. We're in paradise for food.
The Kern family of the Kern Family Farm invites you to eat delicious, nutritious, organic produce available at the Gnarly Carrot, located at 32954 Road 222 in North Fork, California. The Gnarly Carrot is a local, natural, seasonally changing market, offering a wide range of products from local Central Valley vendors. Get your caffeine fix, grab a smoothie, and support small businesses. Learn more at kernfamilyfarm.com and visit the Gnarly Carrot today. Dr. in Sukasa allows you to connect with your doctor when you need a quick treatment. Avoid a trip to a medical clinic or emergency room and connect by video with your doctor from your home, work, or anywhere. Just go to drinsukasa.com on your phone, tablet, or computer. Dr. in Sukasa provides quality care that is convenient, bilingual, and affordable, so you are never left without access to health care. Visit drinsukasa.com today. When you need to get fit, contact Gary Torres, IFBB Pro, specializing in weight loss, body transformations, and contest prep. Email Gary Torres 5336@yahoo.com.
Hey, I'm Chris DeVold. Tune in every Friday night on CentralValleyTalk.com when I bring you Sex, Drugs, Chris DeVold, where I'll give you 3 guesses on what we talk about. And I also vow to bring you 1 live local music act a week. So tune in every week because you never know what kind of music you're going to hear right here on CentralValleyTalk.com.
The Space Colony Journals are an epic tale of a family's struggle to survive. Meet the courageous women and dangerous men who dare to carve a home on the alien world of Vensug. Get your copy today. Available on Amazon and GailDailiesFineArt.com.
I'm Thunder.
And I'm Lightning.
Together, we are the perfect storm.
storm.
Anxiety is really a hot topic.
Ooh, yes, it is.
People are truly just having issues with depression and anxiety. Life is just pressure, like the storms of life.
Yes, and it's something that we do not want you to have to deal with and to be able to get over. But we got a solution for you.
Yes, we do. Come join us June 21st and 22nd, a workout weekend with Thunder and Lightning.
Yes. Cambria, California. Beautiful, beautiful. But we want you to come and join us. These 2-day event, you want to get signed up as soon as possible.
We're going to cover everything: yoga, motivation, prayer.
Yes, you're going to be able to do some physical activity. We're going to have you get renewed, re-energized, something you don't want to miss out on. Get connected with us.
Yes, let me tell you what, it's going to be a live alarm clock, me and her. With
Literally.
Hi everybody, I am back and I am Yasmina of Just Say Yeah, coming here to just remind you what it means to love me, love life, live healthy. And this next segment, the next two really, I have, of course, for those of you that don't know, I am Yasmina of Just Say Yeah, but I am AKA Thunder all day. Oh yeah, and today I have with me Lightning.
Hello,
yes,
everyone.
Yes. We are here today because together, let me tell you what.
Yes,
let's introduce ourselves.
Introduce ourselves.
Introduce ourselves.
Set it up.
Yes. I'm Thunder.
And I'm Lightning.
And together,
we are the perfect storm. Yes.
And we are here because, you know what? Listen. Life is full of storms, and we know that in any storm, things happen that we can't plan for.
Right.
We can think we can plan for. We can listen to the Weather Channel and see what they say. But hey, that doesn't always work. We can plan and maybe take our umbrella, or if you're in southern states, you know, there are things like tornadoes and things of that nature. So life is like the storms in the natural. Yes. Life is just like that. And so we are here to show you that you could say, peace, be still, you can be in front of the storms in your life. So that's what we're here for. So Lightning, how are you today?
I am doing well. It's such an honor and pleasure to be here with you because, I mean, y'all got to understand the perfect storm with Thunder and I mean, they are just so amazing. So what we do, we get together and we have these talks, real talk about real life situations, and we just bring them to you. We want you to be able to come into our world for a little bit and talk about some different topics and get a feel for us too and how we feel about it, and just being able to bring you into our world for a little bit. So that's why we love to have you join us, but this is what we do.
This is what we do. And you know, today we have a heavy topic. Today we're going to talk about anxiety.
Whoa.
Anxiety.
It's a big one.
It's a really big one, especially right now with shelter in place, especially right now with everything that's going on. Yeah. Anxiety is starting to hit everyone. What did you notice this past week with regards to that in people?
Well, you know what? I've really heard a lot of people say that it's really starting to take a toll on them. I know we've been about a few weeks in now, maybe around anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks now with the shelter in place, and it's really starting to take a toll on people. People said they are so over it. But not only that, people are getting restless. They are in their homes, and it's to the point now they're feeling like, I don't know what else to do. And it's taking a toll on their mental health as well as their physical health.
It absolutely is. And so we're just here to just talk with you, to give you some pointers, some action steps that you can do that can and may help you through. And of course, we're going to keep emphasizing through this broadcast that if things get too heavy, if things seem too overwhelming, always make sure to seek professional help.
Yes.
There are people out there, licensed family therapists. There are people out there that are actually qualified in every way for this. So you seek that if that heaviness feels too heavy. So I just want to, let me go ahead and see what scripture says about this. Philippians 4, 6 and 7 says, be careful for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known unto God, and the peace of God, which passeth all understanding, shall keep your hearts and minds through Christ Jesus.
Yes.
So hearing that scripture, what does that make you feel, or what does that make you think?
automatically, for me, it gives me a sense of peace
Ah.
to know that ultimately it's going to be okay. Like you mentioned in the beginning when we opened up, is that sometimes we go through storms. Either we're in one, we just came out of one, or we're going into one.
Wait,
So
I have a question.
go ahead.
Everybody?
Everybody. See, the thing is, no one is exempt from this thing.
Ain't
So
that about a blessing?
as much as much as we want to think that, I'm the only person going through this, no, you're not, because no one is exempt from this.
Let me add to that too. Even if you think by some false sense of I don't know what that I'm not going through that, like she said, no one's exempt.
Come on.
I'm sorry. Keep
Come
going.
No, you're fine. So like you said, going in, coming out, or you're currently in one. And so with that being said, it's just like what we want to make sure that everybody that you're on top of that and you're taking care of your health. I think I lost the.
Well, let me tell you.
What are we talking about?
No, look, we're talking. Okay,
Right.
So we're talking about nobody being exempt.
No one being exempt.
From this.
Yes,
From
yes.
this piece. Look, there are some real feelings, real
Yes.
emotions, real things that people have been dealing with this week that
Absolutely.
I've been dealing with, that we've been dealing with, that our children have been dealing with.
Yes.
So a lot of it is just because things are different, and
It is.
it's just taken off out of place. So some of the things, and we asked some people what they thought, what they were going through.
We did.
And we have some things we can share. These are just some feelings. I'm going to share a few. You can share a few. People are feeling overwhelmed, worried. They're having sleeplessness. We know and we pray against, but the truth be known, the domestic violence rate is increasing.
Yes, it has,
Fatigue. We know that today somebody told me one that I hadn't thought of till she said it. It was my niece, actually. Reliving past trauma. And that's a big one because there's so much time to think, so much time to relive. So that's another thing that people are dealing with. What are some other things that you see that people are dealing with?
We have fear, big one. That's a really big one. Loneliness. I've heard that there's been some married couples and singles. Well, I guess let me say that first. Singles, because of course singles, you quite naturally think they would be
Single.
lonely during this time. But I'm hearing about married couples feeling lonely.
Yeah.
That's something definitely
I
to
heard
look
that
into, especially at a time like this. And then another one was, I think it's a big one for a lot of people, diets.
Okay. We're going to
Diets
broach
right now.
that subject
Yeah.
about the whole diet thing. Depression definitely has increased as well.
Absolutely.
Just that feeling of dread. And you did say diet, huh? I'm trying to just kind of overshadow that whole diet word because that just seems to be a non-existent thing at this time. But we will discuss it because we have to. That's who we
Yes,
are.
yes,
But first, let me say this. Am I following my diet? No. So let me just not even pretend I'm not. But that's also, I will say this, I'm getting in some movement though. To try to, I told myself, let me look at it this way. Let me at least come out even here. I may not lose weight, which I would prefer, but let me at least not gain. Let me try to stay even here.
But Thunder,
when we come out.
I think that's a concern for a lot of people. They're like, what? The gyms are shut down.
Ah.
A lot of people in their regular day when they were going to work were getting some sort of movement. They
Yeah.
were moving around throughout the day. Now
Yes.
they're just sitting at home. It's like, what can I do? Unless you have some gym equipment at home, a piece of cardio equipment or some weights, and really sticking to that,
Yeah.
you will find yourself not moving as much and opening up that refrigerator
Gym
door and those
equipment.
pantry doors quite a bit. So that is a concern. I know a lot of y'all feel us on this with this eating, no snacking time and eating more. It's like, what do I do at this time? Because I'm starting to feel like I'm putting on excess weight during this time, right?
I was
So
thinking of
valid
that as
concern.
a movement, like
Hey,
opening the
what-
cabinet door, close it, opening the refrigerator door.
Gotta do a lot.
That's
Gotta
like a
speed it
movement.
up.
Just
Yeah.
trade sides, make it even. But no, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
And so we're just here to let you know you're not alone.
You're not alone.
We connect with and have connected with many, many people through the course of a week, and we are all feeling this. Now, the level at which we're feeling it is different.
Absolutely.
Because we're all different. We all have different levels of stress in our life. You know, some of us have kids, some of us don't have kids. Some of us have to work, some of us don't. Some of us were laid off, some of us were not. Some of us are on Zoom calls all day. It's just, there are many different levels of stress. Right. And what about the stress of parents? Mothers and fathers out there because you are now carrying that extra stress of your children. So those are all concerns right now. Those are all some real life things that are happening.
Real and valid concerns.
They are.
Ones which, if not addressed, and we're talking about this, can lead to some bigger issues. When we talk about anxiety, and anxiety is big overall in general without COVID-19. A lot of people, I would say about 30% of the population in the U.S. Have either anxiety or depression. That's a big number. And even with that, only a small percentage of those people get help for it. So a lot of it goes untreated. And those who don't get it, you can lead into, there's all kind of stuff, self-destructive behavior,
Absolutely.
alcohol, drug abuse. You're talking about even to the point of suicide. So you can see how serious this thing is and how we definitely want to be able to deal. And I give you some practical tools on how to deal with anxiety, because it's huge and it's affecting a lot of us right now.
Lightning, I want you to remind them exactly what you do. What do you do your 9 to 5?
So for me, I am a deputy conservator, also known as a community mental health specialist. So this is something that I deal with on a daily basis, severely mentally ill clients who have depression severely, who have anxiety severely, and they're going through this. So you can imagine the level, how it's getting exacerbated with everything else that's going on. And a lot of people are not even diagnosed, but they're having these same symptoms. So I deal with them in a sense of, let me try to get you to a balanced life. Let's see how we can deal with these symptoms so that way you can be as independent and as healthy as possible, even though you may have that diagnosis. So this is real.
So I felt it was important that we remember what Lightning does do from 9 to 5, because I want you to understand that the statistics that she mentions and the things that she says, it's not just coming from the back of her head. It's not just coming from a thought. It's because she practices this every day. This is her life. This is what she does. Let me just give a quick little definition here of anxiety. It says intense, excessive, and persistent worry. Physiological changes can happen to body and mind. So that is a big thing. If we all sit and stop and assess times that maybe our heart rate's going too fast, we're breathing too much, we're trying to figure, our mind is foggy. Those are the changes that are happening in our body. Sometimes we get physical reactions like we feel sick to our stomach,
uneasiness,
sweating. I sweat all the time, so I don't know if that counts, but anyway, that's another story. But my point is, anxiety is a big deal. So let me give you another scripture. It says, Isaiah 41:10, fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy God. I will strengthen thee. Yea, I will help thee. Yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness.
Come on.
This is a time, always is a time, but especially right now, to come back, to come near, to draw nigh. That is the comfort and peace. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to be a cliche Christian and say, well, if you're having anxiety, just pray about it. Yes, I pray. I pray regularly. I know Lightning does. So I'm not discounting it. You must pray. We must pray always. But I'm saying there are levels and steps. That's the reason why we truly encourage you to seek additional help if needed. But I can't dismiss scripture because it's true. So that means if I draw nigh to God, I'll start having some more comfort and peace.
Absolutely, because it says in his word that if you draw nigh to him, he'll draw nigh to you. And that's real. And we're not here to sell you religion, but we're just saying what works for us. And those of you who are believers who are watching right now, trust me, I'm sure you can relate to this, but we just want you to grab a hold of it just a little bit more so that way it can work for you. And really quick, I know, Thunder, go ahead and let them know, what are some things that you do to deal with that anxiety? I know you gave them an action step to get your pen and paper.
I hope everybody has their pen. I hope everybody has their paper. And let's go ahead and talk about some things to do. Are you guys ready for the action steps? We're going to give you 8 suggestions that I know work.
Come on.
So even though it's a suggestion, it works. But we're going to do that on the next segment.
That sounds good.
We'll see you in a minute.
Sounds good. See ya.
Highlights, balayage, color, extensions, cuts, pure Brazilian blowouts, treatments. Contact Jordan Myers at Hair by Jordan.
Did you know most hair and beauty salons in the Central Valley are not disposing of their chemicals correctly? Partner with us today to become an eco-friendly salon. Visit us online at greenbeautywaste.com. Our phone number is 559-367-7206. And be sure to visit us on Instagram and Facebook at Green Beauty Waste.
Is everything in life draining you? Come to Stretch 360. Our professional staff can offer you many options for relaxation like deep tissue or hot stone massages, infrared medical grade sauna. Once you leave us, you'll look and feel like $1,000,000. Stretch 360. Relaxation is only a stretch away.
The Art of Becoming Who We Are in Christ by Jolene Kennedy is a book about the process of maturity as we find our true identity, since God's promises must be received, embraced, and activated within us. Get your copy today and check out jolenekennedy.com. Fleet Feet Fresno is more than just a running and sportswear store. Fleet Feet Sports' mission is to provide runners and other active Fresnans with gear that fits their individual needs, training that helps them reach their fitness goals, and races that satisfy their competitive spirit. Get to know Fleet Feet Fresno today.
To work out and keep us moving on today. So we're so excited. Come join us with our 5 for 5. 5 full minutes for 5 minutes.
You got this?
Yes.
All right. All right, let's start. Lightning.
Let's jog it in place. Let's warm it up,
Of course
everybody.
she'd start us
Come
jogging.
on.
You know, look.
Yes.
Look.
Yes.
Lightning
Okay.
likes to do things fast, so I may modify.
That's it.
But we're going to move. Go. Breathe. We got to remember to have our abs tight. Breathe right, form tight. Very important. Go. 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 Keep going. Go. Your own pace. It's not a race.
Hey everybody, we are back. I'm Yasmina of Just Say Yeah, but I'm also known as I Am Thunder.
And I am Lightning.
But together
We are the perfect storm.
And we are talking about anxiety. It's a subject actually that we need all week to talk about, but we're just going to make it quick. And first we want to let you know that this topic is going to leave you with some thoughts and questions and suggestions and pointers. And please feel free to reach out. Feel free to reach out to me, messenger, text me, call me, send me a text message. We want this conversation to keep going because this conversation is a real life thing. Like Lightning said before COVID, this is just heightening it, but anxiety is real every day. So we need to talk about it. So Lightning said, what do? Let me give you those tips. I hope you have your pens.
Uh-oh.
I hope you have your papers. Here we go. Step number 1. We're going to give you 8 quick steps. Allow for worry time, news, venting, concern, and fear. Gauge where you are like a thermostat. Okay, I kind of hit that slightly before, but what I mean by that tip is this. Don't listen to the news all day. Stop it. Don't do that. Don't. If you're able to get through and listen to the news maybe every other day, maybe once a week, great. If you are a person who needs to listen to the news every day, then time it. Give yourself 30 minutes. Watch the news. Watch the right news. After that, give yourself a few more minutes, vent about that news. Talk about it, share your thoughts with yourself, talk out loud, whatever you need to do, but let it go.
Yes. I'm glad you said that, Thunder. There's so many people out here who said they've been watching the news and it makes them so depressed. Just every station you turn to, everywhere on social media, that's all you see, COVID-19, COVID-19. So this actually can put you more in a depressive state and have more anxiety by the amount of social media and the amount of news that you're watching.
It's the truth. You got to remember that you're a vessel, and a vessel is something that holds something. For example, a glass is a vessel. So you can put water in it so it holds that water. We are vessels. So the more you put in that's negative, well then of course, when that water overflows out of the glass, water flows out. So when you fill your stuff with all that worry and dread and news, that's what's going to come out of you.
That's right.
So stop watching the news all day. In fact, stop in the name of love.
Gotta love it.
Before you
that was
stop. Just stop it. So that's my tip number 1.
All right, tip number 1. Got it. Number 2, we have be mindful, meaning we want you to be present. Pray, positive affirmations. So number 2, be mindful of what's going on. Pray and positive affirmations. Now, prayer is a very, very good coping skill for a lot of people because they believe in the power of prayer and it changes things for them. So if that works for you, then do it. Let's not just think about prayer. Let's actually pray.
I'm glad you even put that on there with prayer, with positive affirmations. With praying really is a positive affirmation.
Yes,
but
it is.
I'm glad you put that because some people I come across say, I don't know how to pray. I don't know what to pray. That's a real thing.
That's
Most
real.
of us really don't. And even those of us, they think we know how to pray, don't know how. So first of all, it's just communication with God.
That's it.
So let me just start there. But positive affirmations, you know what's good and you know what's bad. Write down the good and say it.
That's it. Negativity, exit out. That's the main thing we're saying here. If it comes to your mind, and because it will, negative thoughts, cast them down. Think on those things that are positive and allow that to guide your day. All right?
You can think of me singing.
Uh-oh.
And if you want, you can message me. I'll sing you a song. I'll
She
even
will.
create a song
She
for
actually
you
will.
and sing it. Didn't say I know how, but
She
I'll do
will.
it. Let's see. Another one is journal.
That's a good one.
Journaling is great. It's a way of escape. It's a way to get what's in here out. Even if it's just simple, jot your thoughts. When you, like a brain dump.
good.
When you get up, there's a lot of times I've realized with myself that a lot has been swimming in my head and I'm at work and sometimes I can't even concentrate on a report because I'm like,
So much.
it's me. So you don't even understand how many thoughts I have going on. So I have to stop myself and I have to let it out. Sometimes jotting it down helps. So sometimes journaling can just be simply writing down whatever abstract thoughts are in your head so they can be on paper, stop swimming in here. For those that are writers, which I believe every one of you is a writer, write your story. Write it down. Write down what's in your mind, how you're feeling. All these journals can be published books later on. What you think?
I think so. Hey, when you say that, it just brings me back to write the vision and make it plain. Come on, some of y'all know what I'm talking about. When I tell you, so you can see the benefits of journaling. Hey, write that thing on out, okay? It'll
What
work.
about number 4?
Number 4. Come on, I know y'all gonna feel this one. Cut yourself some slack. At a time like this, don't be so hard on yourself. Think about it. Parents, how many parents out there, at your child's school, they gave you a whole list of things to do, right?
Look at my face.
Look at her. She knows. I know. A whole list. And you're like, how am I going to do this? And I'm working from home myself. How do you expect for me to accomplish a full day of school for these child? Now, wait a minute. Maybe not one. You may have 2 or 3 kids at home. And yet still get everything done.
See the shock in the body?
It's almost impossible for you to do all of that and still keep your sanity. Cut yourself some slack. Do the best that you can do.
Let me tell you.
Do the best that you can do.
I saw a few different coaches actually out there that I admire and that I follow, and they ask questions such as, "What have you learned through this pandemic?" And at first I'm like, well, I'm not really sure because most of the things that I would say I would learn, the truth be known, they're things I've been working on anyway. So I didn't learn them because of this. I'm already working on it. But I'll tell you one thing I have confirmed. I am not a homeschool teacher.
Uh-oh. Oh, how many can relate to that?
Not.
Uh-oh.
Said it
Just
last
being
time,
honest.
but I want you to know that brings me anxiety. So I had to do what you said. I had to cut myself some slack.
Please cut yourself some slack. Don't be so hard on yourself. We understand this is a tough time, and it's new for a lot of us. We are not teachers. A lot of us are not teachers to have to teach our children in that way. Not to say that we cannot teach them, because actually that is a big part of parenting, is to be able to teach them, but not in this aspect of the actual schoolwork. It's a challenge for some people to spend that amount of time and actually get their children to learn. So we totally get it, but cut yourself some slack and take it easy on yourself. It's going to be all right.
Plus, them kids don't like my teaching style. That's what it is. They don't like my teaching
That's
style.
a whole nother show.
Okay, that is. I'm okay now. I'm okay.
All right, let's go. Let's see. What's number 5? Are you guys writing them down? That was number 4.
Okay. She said, are you writing them down? And what's funny is number 5 says, be intentional.
Intentional.
And keep a schedule. We said be
Ooh,
intentional
that's good.
with this keeping note thing.
Good.
Right now, that is your thing we're asking you to do. So be intentional. What I mean by that is it is hard right now. Everybody's schedule is topsy-turvy. Everything's upside down.
Yes.
I'm not keeping the schedule I had before. It's even if I try, it's just not. So I cut myself some slack and said, it is what it is. If the kids eat at 9 p.m., they eat at 9 p.m. At least they ate. And if you know my kids, not one of them is starving. So it's okay,
Yes.
the schedule. It's okay if they're up and it's midnight. Really, it's okay. So keeping a schedule, though, at least putting in a few on-purpose things each day.
Absolutely.
On purpose. Take time for you, breathe, stretch, journal. On purpose.
Thunder,
Set a schedule.
I think that's good, Thunder, because I think people are coming along those lines of now it's like, I got to do something.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was kind of cool going in. We was to have some few weeks off, but now it's like, no, I got to do something because a change needs to occur. So now it's like, let me look at my schedule each day. Let me get back on track to where I was when I was normally working, so that way things can flow a little bit easier. So you may have to set that, get up in the morning, do your devotion, do your prayer if that's part of what you do.
And
not only
move.
that, and move.
Exercise.
Eat your meals. Don't snack so much, but plan them out. So be, like she said, be real intentional. And I think it's time to set those schedules, y'all. I think we can do this.
We can do it. At least let's start with one intentional thing a day.
That's good.
So we have a few more that we're going to share
Yes.
with you, but we're going to share them after this next clip. See you in a minute.
See you in a minute.
Ghost Golf is Fresno's most spectacular family entertainment center. It's frightening how much fun you'll have on our 18-hole indoor haunted graveyard course. Skeletons welcome you, but watch out. All sorts of creatures may come to life. Ghost Golf is perfect for scary good parties, so book yours today. You'll get free plays at the Mummy Shooting Gallery, arcades, and air hockey. Check out our party and weekday specials online and like us on Facebook. Come play at family-friendly Ghost Golf. Good times will haunt you.
For all your real estate needs, call Julia Tadich with Clovis First, 559-323-2213, or visit clovisfirst.com. That's CLOVIS, the numeral 1, ST.com. Whether you're looking to buy a home or sell a home, get a loan, or whatever the case may be, call Julia Tadich.
Hey everybody, I'm Yasmina of Just Say Yeah, and I'm here to remind you that God has not given you the spirit of fear, but of power, of love, and of a sound mind. There are going to be things and times in life where you feel like, I don't want to go forward. I am fearful. That happens to me quite often, but guess what? I have to remind myself that God has not given me the spirit of fear. In fact, with Him, in Him, I'm powerful. In Him, I have a sound mind. Therefore, I go forward in spite of the fear. You have a wonderful day, and remember to just say yeah. Hey, everybody. You know, that's just me just reminding you not to have fear. Well, let me say it this way. That's not fair to say don't have fear. We all have fear. It's actually me just encouraging you to go forward anyway, in spite of fear.
Yes,
It's okay. You can do it.
Absolutely.
You've been given the spirit of power, love, and a sound mind, so go forth. And those of you just tuning in, I'm Yasmina of Just Say Yeah. I'm also known as Thunder, and I'm here as Thunder.
And I'm Lightning.
But together we are the perfect storm. We're talking about anxiety. And just to recap real quick, we've already given 5 tips. The first tip was just allow for worry time. Stop watching the news all day. Yes. Allot yourself some time a day and let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Right. And then 2, be mindful, pray, positive affirmations. 3, make sure you journal. Keep some notes about this time. You could publish it later.
Come on.
Cut yourself some slack.
Please.
Come on now. We're not perfect. We weren't perfect before. We definitely can't be perfect now.
That's right.
And be intentional. Keep a schedule. What about 6?
We're going on to number 6. This is what we're going to do. Replace 30 minutes or more of online time or watching TV with something else along the lines of reading an actual book or doing a project. I mean, there's so many things that you can replace that with, depending on what, you love to do. But something that's going to add to you. You can gain a skill during this time. I mean, you can do so much to increase your capabilities once we come out of this COVID-19, this shelter in place. So replace that time. No more, you don't have to watch TV all day.
Please
or binge
don't.
watch. Or social media. Take some time for you. Read a book. You already know I love reading. If I could read all day, and
she would.
I really would. But I love it. But for me, that's something productive. And I learn a lot. And I'll be able to apply that. Or do something around the house. But at least take 30 minutes. Let's start there.
Hey, for those of you at home, family members, take that 30 minutes after you've done your 30-minute vent and turned off the news. Now remember, we're keeping a schedule on purpose. You could journal what you want to do, get your family together, and how about have a 30-minute dance party?
Oh, I like that.
Something. But do something. A 30-minute, everybody get together and make some cake. I've eaten so much cake, but that's another story. So pray for me. But do something together.
Absolutely.
So number 7, we have...
Give it to him.
Exercise. Oh yeah, now exercise. Look, just up in the chair, like here. See my triceps? Do something.
Movement.
Endorphins are released when you exercise. It's very important to get some movement in.
Yes.
Do what you like. Go for a walk. Do some squats. Do some dancing. Do something. But get moving. Move your arms. Get on the ground. Stretch. Your body is made of the dust of the earth. Do you know that if you don't move, it becomes stagnant and hard pan, just like the ground outside becomes hard pan? Do you know that? Do you know that you're trying to get things moving in my body hurts? Well, yeah, it hurts.
Right.
It's hard pan. Get moving. Motivation, movement, exercise.
Absolutely.
What's the last thing that they should do?
Here it is, everybody.
It is what it is.
This is our reality for now, our temporary reality. Let's take hold of that and just own it. Say, this is what it is. Let's don't murmur, complain about it. Let's work through, let's implement these different tips here that we've given you today. Look them over. We want you to take care of your health. Mm-hmm. Take care of yourself, even despite the circumstances, because it is what it is.
It is.
But we want to make sure we're healthy while we're in this, and more importantly, when we come out, because we are coming out of it. You know that, right? We coming out of this.
We coming out.
We coming out. But we want to make sure you guys are victorious.
Out.
Hey.
I want the world to know. Hi.
That's right. And so we want to be better. We want to be wiser. We want to be stronger. And let's make sure we're spending our money right. This is a time to save everybody.
Okay, I'm so glad you brought that up because that's right here. So listen, some of yous have received your stimulus check money.
Say what?
Stimulus
People got money?
Check money. Why are you spending it? You didn't know you were going to get it anyway. Take a little bit of it out. Go ahead and treat yourself. That's fine. Treat yourself. But going out and acting like it's Christmas time when you should be sheltering and placing. But anyway, save it. You didn't know you were going to get it anyway. I really didn't believe we were going to get it, but we are. So spend your money wisely,
Yes.
or just simply save it. It's
you
not
go.
going to burn a hole in your pocket. You can save it. Save
Right.
it. That's practicing self-control. Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay,
I
that's
just had to.
We're so listen. We're
Money
just so
makes me have
excited. Yes,
anxiety.
it does.
Save
But
it.
this is what we want to do. We just want to come to you all today just to talk about that. Like she said, Thunder said, this is a topic that we can go on for days and
Yeah.
days. We just hope that you guys are understanding that this is real and you may be dealing with this.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are and you feel like these tips and this is not working for you, like
Mm.
she said, definitely seek some professional help because it's there for you. You want to be your best self.
Mm-hmm.
Do not discount or discredit what's going on within your body because you're not alone. Other people are experiencing this.
Mm-hmm.
So we want you to take care of yourself. Please listen to this video again if you need to. Go ahead and take those steps there. Seek help if you need to. If you have any questions for us, send them over.
And listen, I'm glad even with what you were saying, just piggybacking off of that, this is real, like she says.
Yeah.
So sometimes some of you are going to feel feelings you didn't feel before.
Right.
Or maybe you felt them, but they weren't so apparent. So it's time to take the blinders off. It's time to be transparent and time to say, look, sometimes I'm not too happy.
Come on,
Sometimes
be real.
I'm not, this whole situation is not okay. But the only way to get through it, the only way to deal with it is to be honest with it.
That's
so
right.
we want you to know that we're here. And if you need, and we're here with what tools we have. So you can find us on Facebook, on Instagram, and my information's there on the bottom. I can definitely lead you to Shawana
Absolutely.
Lightning. And just reach out. But if you also need help with just reaching out and finding professional help as far as a licensed family therapist, we know many.
Yes, absolutely.
We know many, and we can give you their contact information.
Absolutely.
We just want you to know we are here for you.
That's
So
what it
another thing we want you to know we're here for you about. Now, on a lighter note,
Yes.
okay.
What we want to start with
We,
this?
look.
So we'll end it off with this. I
Tell 'em.
mean, this is
Tell 'em.
this is us all day. So we love to come to you guys and love to have talks. But we're just gonna share with you a little bit about what we, some things that we do.
Some things we noticed.
Yes.
So we like, okay, I'm just going to, give me those right there.
Okay, we'll give them to you.
You see these right here? What are these? Take one out.
I'll take
It's
one
a
out.
toothpick stick.
Floss sticks. And anyone who knows me, at any time you ask me for a floss stick in my purse, I'll have bags of them,
Like,
right?
she
Because I
does.
use them all the time. and
Like
I
3 or
love
4
to-
bags.
I know it's bad, but I go through these like 6 or 7 a day. And it's a great habit because, my dentist even though they said, wow, you floss a lot, don't you? I'm like, yes, I do.
Let me tell you,
So,
that is an awesome habit. You know what's really weird for me?
Floss
It kind of helps. It's like a little soother. It's, baby
Yes,
suck.
it's gonna help.
I used to suck my thumb, you guys. I did. I sucked my
so
thumb when I was a
good.
baby. But those that suck their thumb or their finger or pacifier, to me, this has turned into my new thumb.
Yeah.
Now, you see, I got it out my...
So she grabbed it out of a book. So this is the thing. I offer anytime we're out, we're finished eating, I'm like, hey, Thunder, Yasmina, you want a floss stick? I got bags of them, right? And so she'll pull one out. However, she'll pull it out of her phone case. And I'm like, well,
On my
Yasmina,
purse?
Is that the one I gave you when we were out of town in Ohio? I'm like, wait a minute. How do you still have that same floss stick?
Okay, don't judge me. Look, I'm the one telling you save your stimulus checks. I don't even want to buy new floss
Oh
sticks.
my gosh. So we
But
just have to
they're
laugh
durable.
about
We
that.
laugh. But one of the things is she found one that
Oh my
is
gosh.
real good.
So I've used so many different brands, but there's one in particular that I really love, which is
I'm going to listen to her while I do this.
Yes, gum.
Helps my anxiety.
Yes, but anyways, these are good. We're not trying to endorse them or anything, but yeah, these are so good. So I just recommend you guys, if you're not flossing, definitely floss. It's good for you. But
Plus,
these
you
are
want to
great.
come out of shelter in place with some nice tea.
Yeah, yes. We just have to share that with y'all. It's one of our inside jokes. You just laugh about it, but she's gotten better though since COVID-19.
Since COVID-19, it's
she'll
serious.
Toss them immediately.
I can only use it maybe twice.
Yeah.
That's kind of like it's messing
We
me
love it.
up here. But
So floss your teeth, guys.
Floss
Yeah.
I just thank you guys for joining us today. I thank you for
Yes,
coming
thank
on,
you.
Lightning.
Yes, you
we're
too,
we're
Thunder.
always together anyway. You know what?
Yes.
To be real honest, we're real fortunate because we're able to shelter in place together. So that kind of works for us. We're literally stuck at the hip anyway.
Yes. There you go.
But other than that, be safe.
Absolutely.
We go nowhere. So for us, it kind of doesn't even, this situation isn't necessarily hurting us because we don't go, I know it seems like we go everywhere all the time, but it's everywhere all the time together because we travel. But around town, really, we don't go out. We don't do anything. We have fun being home with them kids.
Yes.
So, sometimes. So,
Love it.
you know, for us, this is kind of working. It's fine.
Yes.
It is what it is.
is.
But we thank you for
thank
joining
you
us
all.
today. And
Yes.
those are some tips. Remember, I am Yasmina of Just Say Yeah. And I do want you to know that these were things, the perfect storm, the tips that we shared were ways to love me, love life, and live healthy. So, like Lightning said, replay this.
Yes.
Go over those tips. I promise you,
do it.
I guarantee you, I put my name on it.
Uh-oh.
All the names, Yasmina, Just Say Yeah, Thunder, Mina, all the names, Mama, Grandma, I put them all on it. It will work, but you gotta work it.
That's right.
Gotta move. It always comes back to the moving. And just remember, hey, it's in Him that we live, move, and have our being.
That's
So
right.
you can do this. Reach out if you need us. We're here.
here.
And we just thank you.
Thank
and
you
have a
all. Have a
wonderful
wonderful
week.
day.
And
We love you.
remember to just say yeah.
Mwah. We love you.